Alright, so one of the more popular Cinewhoops, 3-inch Cinewhoops that are on the market is this Reptile Cloud 149. It's a great little lightweight Cinewhoop. Flies very well, it's pretty stable. And one of the issues though is it does have the plastic ducts, and in a hard crash, or if you bang into like a tree or a fence, you can get some chipping and even cracking in these ducts that'll require some repair or replacement. Now here's the two front ducts that I used to have on that quad. I did put some 1/2-inch tape, foam tape on the front, which did help quite a bit. But over time, again, we're talking, a lot of flights, you're eventually going to get some cracks that are to a point where you can't even repair them very well anymore. But they're pretty inexpensive. But the question is, what can we do to take a duct and maybe wrap some better foam around all the way around it to make it more like what other people are doing with some of the other 3-inch quads. So what we want to do, just kind of measure how much we have here for the width of this, and this particular one is about a 1-inch depth on that surface, and then here we're looking at about 1/8 of an inch for the height of the rim here. So obviously you want to have the foam stick out a little bit more than 1/8. So when we go out looking on Amazon or other places for foam, you want to be able to have enough thickness that it will go beyond the front of this rim here. So in my searching, I did find some right on Amazon. There's actually quite a few links on there for different companies. They come in different widths and different thicknesses. This one here gets me out to another 1/16 of an inch beyond that rim on the duct, and exactly 1 inch thick. So I'm going to put this foam tape on there and show you what that looks like. So before I do, I'm going to measure how much this weighs without the foam on it. 272 grams. Alright. Alright, so here's how it came out on the first one. You can see it's got a pretty good extension beyond the face of the rim, so it's pretty consistent with what you're going to do. When the pieces come together, you're going to obviously have a seam there, and I'm considering put a piece of a tape, clear tape across that. I have it located kind of near where the arms are, so you might, when you do the other ducts, kind of plan that so it, cosmetically kind of a little bit out of sight compared to the rest. So let me do the other ones and we'll get it put on the quad and take a look at it when it's done. Alright, got that all done. It only took about 30 minutes at the most. I was taking my time. Everything went good. I made all the seams kind of back here on the fronts, just behind, or basically into the center there, and then the ones for the back are just about right here, so they're mostly out of sight. And I did use some tape, as you saw, to close that seam, but the glue actually holds pretty good on this particular one. I got this much left over, so probably enough to do maybe another set of 4. I think it's about 10 inches per duct or so. So 10 feet should get you enough for 2 sets. And if we check the weight afterwards, we're at 290, 292, somewhere in there. The only other comment I'd make is I think, if you have the standard Cloud 149 frame, the camera sits back quite a bit farther, and so even then in the FPV feed, you can actually see the edges of the duct. So putting foam on is actually going to constrain that field of view even more. So I'd recommend either switching out to a longer frame. This is the HD version of the Cloud frame, or put an extender on the front of your frame to pick up the camera. Then you should be able to get a better view, but still have it protected by the bumpers in the front. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching.